If you want to automate the delivery of a freebie using ManyChat, so sending people from your social media channel directly to the link to opt into your freebie through ManyChat, this is very, very, very effective. I'm going to show you how to do this with a brand new automation, starting this from scratch in the most simplest form. So I have a separate templates folder that I've created to do some test products and then create some templates out of this, because you can create templates through ManyChat. So I'm just going to hit new automation, and it's going to pop up with all of these ready to go templates that are created for you. So you can use any of these templates. There are a lot in here and they're already set up, ready to go. I'm going to show you how to do this from scratch though. So we are going to do start from scratch. And I'm just going to give this a name. I'm just going to call this freebie delivery. So we want to, the first thing we want to do is select what is going to trigger the event that gets them into the ManyChat automation. So we're going to create a trigger on Instagram. We have all these different options. Do we want it to be from a post or a reel? Do we want it to be from a story reply, from someone sending a message, from an ad, from a comment on a live video, or from an Instagram referral link? So I'm going to show you how to do multiple options for one keyword, because I think that's the easiest way to do this if you have one keyword that you have in mind. So let's start with someone comments a keyword on a post or a reel. So for me, it loads all my posts up. Now, note that I have a pro account, so I pay for ManyChat. I can drop an affiliate link below that will actually give you, I don't remember what my affiliate link gets you. It's either like a free month or 2 months at half off or something like that. So I'll drop a link if you want to do a trial of ManyChat and or upgrade to pro. I'll drop a link for that. So I have the ability to do any post or reel, or to use the next post or reel. In this instance, I'm just going to say, like, let's do this for this reel, because if you don't have a pro account, you won't be able to use, like, on any post or reel that I set up. I think that's really convenient. It's part of the reason I think it's worth, I think I pay like $15 US per month. I think it is highly worth it to be able to set up one keyword and have it used anytime, anywhere. Now, the key with doing that, so like if I'm selecting this specific post or reel, then I can have any generic keyword. I can do cool as my keyword, and there's a lot less likelihood that it's going to trigger on any random, thing that someone could be commenting on. But if I am selecting, yes, leave. If I am selecting that I want this to be able to run on like any post or reel, if I continue this way, like we don't want to use such a potentially overly used word that it's going to start triggering a bunch of automations without us wanting it to. So let's just say the keyword in this instance is going to be banana. Because why would someone be commenting banana on your post? And I guess unless you're like a food influencer or something, but banana, that's going to be my test keyword here. And you can exclude keywords if you want. If you're afraid someone's going to spell the word wrong, you could, like add variations of the keyword, or whatever you think makes sense for you. Or you can select if literally anyone comments, if anyone drops any comment. I have never used that personally. So we're going to hit continue. And it's going to ask, do you want to set up a public reply in the feed? And I like to do this. This is not a pro feature. You can do this even if you do not pay for your ManyChat account. I like this because it just acknowledges, and I like to change these. You could say, instead of doing just like whatever pre-selected filler options they have, you could do things that are a bit more like, you got it, just sent it over, check your requests folder. Link it, or for this one, link in your DMs, make sure you follow me so you see it in your inbox or whatever. You know what I mean? So you can change things up, but you want to, because if they don't follow you, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this will help you get people that are not yet in your audience engaged with your account. And so if they don't already follow you, they're not going to see your message in their inbox. So I like to just add an extra little note, making sure that they understand where they need to go so that they actually see it. So you can set those up however you like there. So I've just done a quick edit on these so that they're all the way that I want it there. We'll save this. I'm going to change this back to a specific post or reel. So now we've got the reel selected that we want, the trigger, and then whatever the public replies are. So we can hit the back button if we like and add another trigger. So I'm going to now say if anyone sends a message with this. So instead of doing recognize the intention of the message, we want to, I don't know why it didn't let me select this before. Detect a specific word in a message. So I'm going to do the same keyword, banana. So we'll create this, and it will go ahead and send a message. So now both of these keywords are set up. If someone comments on the reel or someone sends a message with the word banana, then they will get sent a message over here. So you can see it's already linked here. Then Instagram send message, and it's connected. You want to look for this line here so that it's connected. So if I delete this line, it says then we select that, and then we move it over to that send message. And if you wanted to, if you didn't want it to be instant, you could delete. Whoops. Why is it doing this? You could, delete and hit then, and then click just anywhere. And we're going to say we want to add a delay. And so we can delay by, let's say, 2 minutes so that it feels a little bit more natural. And then we can choose the next step by hitting next step, and then that's going to be to send the message. So let's zoom back out of here. If you were to want it to do that, I'm going to get rid of this. I don't necessarily want that delay. So we're going to send them straight to this message. So now we're going to edit what this says here. Now, what you have to be able to do here is, I think there are certain scenarios where you must have someone click a button in order for them to actually execute on what you're doing. I think this is just best practice in my opinion. So what we're going to do is verify that they actually want the thing. So what I typically say is something like, hey, I always send these from quote unquote Sophie the Soulbot. That's my little robot assistant. I named her. So I'll say Sophie the Soulbot here on behalf of Adrian and the Visionaries team. I'm so excited that you raised your hand for X thing, whatever the thing is. Just want to check though. Check though. You do want me to send that over, right? So we're just verifying. I think that's a good business practice just because these things, automations are not perfect. And so someone could comment on one of your posts, banana. They didn't actually want the thing. And it was just a random coincidence. So we're just going to verify that they did actually want it. And then we're going to add, I'm going to add 2 buttons. The first one will send them to another message. And this first button is going to, do button number 1 is going to say, yes, send it, and add a fun little emoji there. And then I'm going to do another button that says, whoops, no thanks, and do another fun little emoji there. And that will also send an Instagram message. So now you've got this where they're going to verify, yes, I want this, or no, no, I don't. So for the no message, we're gonna make a little joke out of it. Haha, that's funny. No worries at all. That's why I wanted to check. Whoops. Always here if, whoops, I can't type today. Here if you need us. Have a great day. Call it a day. So that's if no thanks is checked, and you'll see that it automatically did that. But if they do want it, we're going to say, woohoo, here you go. And we're going to add a button that's going to do something. I'm going to set it up so that it opens a website link. So you can do this a few different ways. I'm going to assume in this video that we are sending someone to an opt-in page. I'm going to, in a different video, show you how you can build a workflow like this, where you actually can add someone to your email list without them having to go to an external website to be able to enter their information to make it happen. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to just send them directly to your website. So in this case, you're going to send them to yoursite.com/opt-in, whatever that is. And we're going to say that this is, access now. There we go. And that's it. Now you can do other things from here. This is very, very simple. You could do something like, next step. We could do, let's say, smart delay of, let's say 23 minutes. You can only do, can you do 23 days? I don't think you can. I think you can only access people's information and send them another message if it's less than 24 hours. So I don't know if you could do 23 days. And this, I'm going to say 23 minutes later, we're going to send them another message just to say, hey, me again. Just wanted to check, were you able to access everything okay? And then I'm just going to say, still Sophie the Soul bot here. But if you reply, an actual human will take over the convo. This is how I like to create human first automation. We like to be honest about what's going on. Where's a little winky face? Put a little wink in here. And there you go. So we're going to ask them to reply. You can do other very cool things. Like I will often do something like just grab my phone and record a voice memo, and I can add that in as a quick reply. So I can do, things change in text so quickly. So I could go into more and then add in, whoops, not a video. I don't want a video. I wanted an audio snippet. So like I could add in, I know I've done this recently-ish, where I have an audio file that I can add in. I don't know if I'm going to find it quickly enough to be able to show you here. I can't find it, but you can add in like an audio file if you wanted to, and personalize your response, that it feels a little bit more personal. You don't have to say their name or anything. Obviously, I would not do that because it would be sent to everyone, but you can do this in a way that feels very, very human. And this invites the reply, and you can get into a conversation with them from there. If they did access it, you can ask them what their thoughts were. Do they need any help with anything, et cetera, et cetera. And then that can start the conversation for you. So hopefully this was helpful. I will do an additional video that shows you where or how you can do this specifically by bypassing sending them to an external web page to have to opt in, where they can just opt in directly through ManyChat, it is definitely more complex. It is definitely more technical, but you would get really, really high opt-in rates. Like I'm getting anywhere from 80 to 90% conversion rate on opting in. Wildly high opt-in rates. So I will show you that in a separate video. Hopefully this helps.